Buddy, boy, what a fantabulous day. What a fantabulous week.
Yes, sir.
We are so happy to be joined. Hold on. She not here because she went to church. Praise the good Lord. Our mother came in here before. She wanted to make sure she blessed us with her presence. Number one sports podcast in Faraday and Vidalia, Louisiana
area.
We got to give it.
Got to give it to her.
Before we get into any more comments, just had to get that one out the way because she left it first before anybody else got here. If this is your first time joining us, if you are going to become a new subscriber, we want to welcome you. Mm-hmm. Repeat offenders, we want to make sure we welcome you too. And we want to start this off by saying this is G&C Sports Talk, where we do it
for the culture,
by the culture,
because we are the culture. You did.
Number one sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so.
Because our mama said so, as you just saw. Right here, right now. Good evening, my fave twins. How about that win with the laughing emoji? We gonna get there in a minute.
You see what I'm repping right now. You see what we repping right now.
Good evening, good evening. Hello to our lovely cousin. We're gonna make your day a little bit brighter.
Yes,
we're gonna make.
Yes, ma'am. I say yes, sir. But I was like, yes, ma'am.
Oh man, I goofed at the beginning of this, y'all. So I want to go ahead and do it right now. First time tuning in, we want to extend our hand to you like they do in the church and make sure we welcome you back. And thank you for tuning in. We love you already. I stole that for somebody else too. If you're a repeat offender, we thank y'all for joining us. We're on a different day right now. Had some things going yesterday, but you get it, you got it, we feel it, we love it. Make sure y'all do this though.
Ding,
ding. All right, man. It's exciting.
Man.
There's a lot of things going on. I'm gonna give you these couple comments. You can tell us what you got into and all that.
Oh man, this weekend was a relatively quiet weekend for me personally. I just chilled out. Ain't even going nowhere. I'm trying to save my paper. Trying to make that trip out to the West Coast when December come around. So I'm probably get my plane ticket sometime in October. But everything was cool, man. Watched a lot of good football. Louisiana, I must say, y'all came in, y'all did what y'all supposed to do. That means the Grambling State University. That means, well, we ain't gonna get the other one yet. That means LSU Tigers took care of business.
They did not take care of business.
They won the game.
Okay, all right then. But
they took care of business.
They inked it out.
In South Carolina, by squeaker. But it was good.
You better say the same thing about Atlanta then when we get to there. They took care of business too.
Yeah, barely. Just like we barely took care of business. Philadelphia, y'all had one job, man. Y'all had just one job.
I love to see the Cowgirls lose. We love to see it too, Cary.
We love it.
They said the Saints have that good deed.
No Diddy.
Oh, here's a hater.
Carry that shirt. That shirt is fire. You know what, Spencer? You got them right. That shirt's fire.
Spencer, I know that was autocorrect that you had on. It's okay.
Yeah, it's okay.
Talking about
the Cowboys are fighting words.
It's not fighting words when they really disappointed and they feel like a disgrace. They really don't know what to do. I mean, it's not fighting words when you're a winner, right?
And that's what we did.
We're
Sunday.
Winners.
Yeah, we're winners. We're gonna go about that more in detail later on.
Thank you, Courageous. Get in and check, Courageous Wolf.
Nobody cares, Sean.
Nobody cares.
Just finished my workout right on time.
There you go. Change the subject. You know what it is.
We appreciate you.
Let's go, Saints. All right. Since we go ahead and get going really, really quickly, we did get some good college football games and some not so college football games. Yeah, I studied over my words, but that's just what it was.
Yes, sir.
I know you talked about LSU barely inking a win over South Carolina, but I think the most shocking thing that happened, which means their program, I believe, has came a long way. Georgia versus Kentucky, number one versus an unranked team. 3-0 now versus, 2-0 versus 1-1.
Right.
Now, after all of that, number one versus unranked SEC play, toughest ball in the land, 13-12. They barely inked out a victory.
Right.
Before you go on that, I want to make sure I say this about Georgia. I do not think their offense is what it's supposed to be. They can only rely so much on their defense. I think they're in very much so trouble when they go up against Texas, which is going to hurt my predictions that I gave to one of my fellow compadres. So Georgia offense need to get in check if they're gonna actually do what they need to do.
Yeah,
I haven't said all that. They inked the squeaker, like you said, and got things taken care of. But I think Kentucky program is here for football.
I think so too. After a horrible game that they had against South Carolina, when South Carolina came to Kentucky, South Carolina just beat them. They just beat them down on all sides of the ball. Me personally watching that game, so I thought when Georgia came into Kentucky, I thought Georgia was going to blow the lid off of Kentucky. They didn't, and it just shows you week in and week out. You never know, man. And this week, man, I didn't expect Kentucky to stick around like they did, but just shocking to me, man. They hung around with the number one team. Now I think they may be ranked 2 in the nation, number 3, because I think Texas overtook that number 1 spot from them. So yeah, they did their thing, man.
Yep, and
it was a good game.
Really quickly, I did not forget, but thank you so much, Chelsea, for putting your picks in there. We love music here. We want to make sure that y'all know that. We want to make sure that we share in that experience. So at the end of every show, we share our music affinity, our love with you guys, and y'all share it back with us. If you will, in the comments, please put an M next to your favorite artist, song, album, whatever it may be. We love music. We love listening to it. We love sharing it with y'all. That is one of, I think, the favorite segments on the show.
Yes,
I'm not sure. Yeah. At the last week, I think the Money Shot got quite a bit of love.
Yeah, I got the love.
You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? But yes, make sure we want to know what you are listening to. Put an M next to the artist, the album, the song, whatever it may be. We want to hear whatever bop, pop, slot you listening to, so we can go ahead and get it in there.
Yeah, man. It was a couple of nasty games, and I want to get on the nasty games. We just talked about Kentucky and Georgia. That was one nasty game that I looked at. Another nasty game was LSU and South Carolina. South Carolina starting quarterback, he got injured, I want to say, in the second quarter. So they had to do South Carolina they had to rely on the run a lot, short passes, but they made it work. For whatever reason, they made it work against LSU. LSU defense wasn't getting it done. The offense was just nasty. It was just an ugly game by LSU for a team that's ranked number 16 compared to an unranked South Carolina team, which if you look at South Carolina through these first 2 or 3 games, they look like a legit program. It looked like things turned around with South Carolina. They have, if you ask me my opinion, one of the best D-lines in the nation. From what I saw, I didn't know too much coming into this game about South Carolina, but just looking at them on defense, the line, the DBs were all around. LSU was down 17, came back to win a game, but I must say it was a nasty, ugly game that I witnessed. And did you check it out?
Yeah, I watched it. So the thing that LSU can say that they found is a running game. They hadn't had that in a while. The running back went crazy. He even, he shoved them off and telling them during the game when they thought he was tired, he shooed them off and said, "I'm in here, I'm running this." And that's how I think really slowed the game down and got things going for LSU. Like I told you, South Carolina, Kentucky, Missouri, the bottom of the barrel programs in a sense are coming up. Speaking of bottom of the barrel programs, Tulane, Hellified program.
Talk about it.
They have been doing great since 2-3 years ago, but really showed improved. I believe they're one step away from being a major contender going forward, no matter what, being one of those smaller schools that can compete against Power 5 conference. Shout out to them for actually stacking their schedule the way that they did. They haven't really taken like substantial losses as far as blowouts, and that's a good thing. That's one of those teams you should watch out for. Also, the other game, Missouri won. I said Missouri is gonna have those type of games with Boston College with Bill O'Brien there. Actually looks like a legit program that is something to watch out for next year, but they are competing. But Missouri had been coming along, kind of hanging around these past 2 or 3 years. Now, Missouri, as of last year, is saying we here to say something, we here to stay. Missouri right now, ranked number 6 in the nation. They're 3-0 right now. Right. Missouri can make some noise in the SEC. What other games did you see?
I did check out the Oregon go back up, Oregon and Oregon State game. I checked that out a little bit. Yeah, I thought it was going to be it was a little bit closer in the first half, but Oregon ran away with it, man, because they've been struggling. This they first big blowout win this season. I think they ranked number 9 right now. I believe they ranked a little bit higher before the season or when the season had started, but they did put up some poor performances. But yeah, I checked that game out a little bit. Tennessee, Kent State, look, they not gonna get a flag on the play, but they was up 30-0 and they did the onside kick. Y'all wrong for that. But hey, it is what it is.
I mean, real quick, you mentioned one of the games. I wanted to get to the other one. Ole Miss, Wake Forest. Ole Miss is going to be a problem. We have not talked about them. I have not seen them that much, but I did hear all over the offseason. Ole Miss making moves. Lane Kiffin, a.k.a. the villain of the SEC, if you will. He put together a solid program filled with all type of transfers. He really did what he's supposed to do. Watch out for them. I can't wait to see them when they start doing their bulk of their schedule SEC play. I'm looking forward to seeing them go against Texas because I don't think Texas is like that. That's just me. But I wanted to say this. Oregon and Oregon State, this is my transition right here.
Okay.
Oregon State. Oregon won. That's great. What I will say is this, and this is going to transition us into the NFL. Oregon received all the hype, all the stigmatism you can think about. They were said to be in the Big Ten, and they were going to win the Big Ten over Ohio State, Penn State. Well, Michigan say they really done, but they were going to win the Big Ten over USC because they realigned the conference. Just like Oregon got that overhype and they were oversold, that's going to transition us to the NFL and talk about Caleb Williams because he's been oversold by a lot of people and he looks real average. Honestly, it looks like he might not be the answer, but remember, you heard it from us first. Calm down off the hype. Homeboy might not be that good. And I say that because all the weapons he have, he still got 7 sacks on Sunday.
Hey, offensive line still there. You have the greatest weapons on the outside, the best tight ends in the world. But guess what? It don't mean nothing if you can't get the ball out, and that offensive line is not good.
Well, yep, I'm glad you said that. But before we get started on anything else NFL, he has the Saints jersey on. This is a Saints hat. We got a lot of Saints fans in the building. We got a lot of Saints haters and people who like the Cowboys, but they want to be closet Cowboy fans. So this is for all the people in the YouTube land. What a L you took.
I had to talk a lot of trash to my coworkers, friends. I thank them for making the AT&T Stadium the Caesar Dome Stadium. Mercedes-Benz Stadium?
No, it's Caesar.
Okay, Caesar Dome. Thank you, Jerry Jones, for inviting us to our home at AT&T Stadium. It should have been black and gold. That's all it was, black and gold. Again,
they did the second line when they won.
Yeah. Hey, again, and all the Cowboys fans out there, don't take this ass whooping personal. It's just business. Hey, we enjoyed it. I loved every minute of it. Kamara playing A1. Let's see, Raheem Shaheed. Derek Carr. My bad. You. And the most valuable person that's on the team that didn't even suit up.
Don't you do it,
Clint Kubiak?
No. Okay. What's good, Black Ray?
What up, Black Ray? Yeah, if you just not tuning in, we celebrating the Saints winning. But you know what? We ain't gonna over celebrate too much. It's just our second game. This is what we supposed to do. This is what they brought Derek Carr in for. This is what everybody came in for. We want to elevate. It's just second game. We ain't treating this like no Super Bowl or nothing. We want to get to the Super Bowl in our home state. We want to get down there and we want to win, get us another ring. I think it's our time. Only time will tell. But hopefully everything continues to go great. I know it's going to be, wins and losses come with it. I know that's a part of it. But, for the moment right now, we're going to celebrate this win and we're going to get back to business on Sunday.
In terms of that Saints-Cowboys game, I won't stay on it very long.
Not yet.
Because that's what we want. This is all we were asking for since Derek Carr got down there and we had the old offense coordinator, Pete Carmichael. My man went from not throwing the ball 5 yards down the field to throwing it 70 yards down the field. The offensive line went from not blocking to sitting there throwing people off the line 5 yards down the field. Our defense has always been hellified for the last 7 to 8 years, so that has never been our issue. Receivers are getting separation. Alvin Kamara is going crazy, losing his mind. Clint Kubiak, new offense coordinator, son of Gary Kubiak, doing that West Coast offense, which works very well for us. No, I'm not getting overhyped. No, I'm not getting off of Dennis Allen neck or Derek Carr neck because this is what we expect. So I will not pat you on the back too hard. I will give you a bit of a hand clap, and I will make sure of this. I shall lay off of you, not give you too many compliments, but say I'm very proud to know that one, y'all did my bidding when I said y'all better draft a quarterback because I was not going to cheer that hard. And number two, that offense looks like it's supposed to. We got too much talent, too much skill to sit up here and lose to people who don't know their own identity, who paying $60 million and $30 million and still going to pay somebody else who has defensive players saying people didn't give enough effort. Well, brother, I think you need to put yourself in there, Michael Parsons. And I'm not sure if you gave enough effort or not either. I don't know. It look like people running around, but what do I know? Dak, I mean, hey, brother, you got your money. Biggest highway robbery since Money Heist came on Netflix. I love it. But that offensive line looks suspect. I don't have no running game. CeeDee Lamb is your only offensive weapon. And we didn't even have Marshawn Lattimore at cornerback. It could have been so much worse. But let us get to what we want to do. Did not make a rec for this. So,
okay.
You know, we will give y'all in our own special way.
Mm-hmm.
We're going to give you the top 3 best teams that have exceeded expectations so far. And then we'll give you the top 3 disappointing teams so far. And then we're going to move on to the segment because I think this is going to get us the time. But before we do,
yes, sir,
let's get this hate that we have in here. I hate the Saints so much. I pray every night that God will rewrite the Bible and change the word Saints to ATL. Hear my prayer, oh Lord. Listen, Spencer. I love Outcast. You know I do. Huge super fan. The AT aliens don't really make that much sense, and they ain't got that much rhyme with it either. Like Saints kind of feel like it go in the Bible. AT aliens, not what you expect.
Well,
right?
we have Lil Wayne. I think Gear's actually wearing a Navy for the Cowboys. Nah,
Sade, you want to exit the chat real quick? I'm never wearing Navy for the Cowboys. I'm never wearing anything for the Cowboys. I'm never giving them no type of credit. It don't matter if we lived here for 100 years. I still root for the Saints, no matter how bad we are, especially when we go against the Cowboys. No, never, Sade. Never. I will never. I actually wore this shirt to the dentist office. So if it got dirty, I could just throw it away in the trash.
And then when you talk about
that, that's what they are. A cowgirl. That's what they is.
All right.
All right. Top 3 best teams right now. Who do you have? You cannot include the Saints. We already talked about them. This is gonna make it a little bit more challenging.
All right. So I have the Vikings that are 2-0. I have the Los Angeles Chargers that are 2-0 as well. And you know what? Let me give some credit, man. I want to give some credit. Pittsburgh, shockingly, is 2-0.
I'm giving Pittsburgh.
I'm giving Pittsburgh, and also I'm giving Pittsburgh because y'all did y'all job. Y'all beat Atlanta, so
that's true.
Y'all beat Atlanta on the road. So thank y'all. Thank y'all.
I give you that. That was good. I'm sorry. My bad. My top 3 best teams right now.
Mm-hmm.
Even though they lost the first game, Green Bay Packers are still up there. Even without Jordan Love, they got their win against Indianapolis Colts.
Okay.
I have to give them credit. Even though they 1-1, I have to give them credit. The Seattle Seahawks. You know I'm a Geno Smith fan. They are 2-0 right now. No matter how it looks, they got it done, even in extra time. Seattle Seahawks are my number 2 team. This is in no certain order, but this is the number that I'm going.
Mm-hmm.
And the last team that I just want to give credit to, right? And I'll give you an honorable mention. But the last thing I want to give credit to is Arizona Cardinals, bro.
Oh, man. I
want to give credit to them simply because Kyler Murray has been showing his double hockey stick off. He has been killing it. I did AT&T in case y'all ain't catch it. He's been killing it because he's from Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona has been doing their thing. Marvin Harrison has appeared, and I don't know if he's going anywhere. James Conner, 122 yards. James Conner used to be with Pittsburgh.
Right.
It's crazy. So I got to get Arizona their props. Honestly, I think we both said we weren't real sure what the Rams would look like now that they got a lot of injuries.
Mm-hmm.
Arizona may or may not win the division, but they definitely going to be in competition. Seattle might win the division. And the 49ers, we'll see what they look like because we may have them as disappointing team here soon. No Debo, no Christian. Got Brandon Ayuk. We don't know how big of a factor George Kittle is going to play.
Mm-hmm.
They look real shaky against Minnesota. Hey, man, it's looking real. It's real shaky. Looking real shaky.
Yeah.
All right. Really, really quick. Let me get to this. It's a good chance I won't make it into heaven because I hate the Saints. No, man, we're gonna vouch for you, right? The only thing is you gotta take that dirty bird mentality out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because that really stains your whole aura. It doesn't make you look good.
Right. We winners around here. And we will vouch for you, man. Hey, look, we want all y'all to go to heaven with us. I believe we all want to go to heaven, you know what I'm saying? But we'll vouch for you, even though you're selecting the wrong side of things. You still gonna vouch for you.
Now you dealing with a quarterback that just got his ACL back intact. Not really, but he just got out of surgery and he like old and all that. And y'all barely won. Like, don't do that, Spencer.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that. Good evening.
What up? What up?
All right, Houston Jack, who celebrated the birthday yesterday.
Hey, happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Go ahead, G. It's your birthday.
And the Texans are 2-0. That was going to be my honorable mention. You go ahead and get one, too, if you want to say the Saints.
Of course, the Saints. But you stole one from me, man. This close. I was about to select the Arizona Cardinals, man.
Listen, I understand you say no way with Green Bay, but they weren't supposed to win that game against Indianapolis. And I got something for y'all later about why I had to throw them in there because I would have never went through with this. Honestly.
Lions for the North.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I wanted to say the Lions, but they lost to Tampa Bay and they had one job and they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. You are so welcome. You are so welcome.
More than welcome.
All right, this is a long, substantial list, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who are the top 3 disappointing teams?
All right, let's pull it up. We're gonna go number 1. I think everybody can agree on this. And I think they took a back step. The first one, mine's the Ravens. All right, definitely disappointed right now. 0-2. It's gonna be tough for them to get out that 0-2 hole, and they got to play Dallas this weekend. The second one, Cincinnati Bengals. I had them on my honorable mention, but you know what? Nah, I'm putting them up there. Joe Burrow, he ain't getting it done right now, man. He ain't getting it done. He's slow. Everything kind of slow right now. He turned the ball over against Kansas City. Even though it is Kansas City, they had a chance to beat them, but unfortunately, it happened.
You know what it is? Not to interrupt you, but you know what it is? Because he dyed his hair and he was like Slim Shady.
Yeah,
Slim Shady don't play football.
That ain't cool.
Like, I understand you cool, Joe, but that ain't cool what you did, bro. Get your hair back to blonde, brunette, brunette, black, whatever it was. Because this what you got going on and get it.
Yeah.
You looking real crazy right now in these streets.
And number 3, this go out to all of them, the ones I'm about to mention, but I'm putting all 3 of them together. The Giants look nasty. The Panthers look nasty.
How you gonna do that?
It's some nasty work going on right now. One of them be honorable mention. Y'all can pick whichever one honorable mention. But number 1 for sure, is Baltimore Ravens. Going 0-2 right now, losing to the Las Vegas Raiders.
Well, you know what I'm gonna start mine off with.
Mm-hmm.
The Jacksonville Jaguars is number 1 on most disappointing right now.
Ooh.
Trevor Lawrence ain't looking like it is. I told y'all last year, along with Miss G, that the Jacksonville Jaguars sign was up for running that division. And I like Jacksonville for what they were in the past, which was Byron Leftwich. I was a huge fan of his, right? But their time is up. I'm not sure who or what the problem is, but I think some heads might roll in and ain't going to be Trevor Lawrence at the end of the year. But, boy, they have looked terrible these first 2 games. And then you took an L to Cleveland, and we all know what that looks like. Also,
not with nasty man.
No, man, with the nasty man.
Mm-hmm.
Also, disappointing teams, I would have to say the Tennessee Titans.
Yeah,
And
good
not because I have any faith in them, but just pure unmitigated like disappointment. You could have won against the Chicago Bears, and if I'm not mistaken, you could have won against the New York Jets. And it's like, I think we both said Will Levis could be the answer.
He might can be,
I'm
but
gonna take it back.
No, I ain't taking it back.
I'm taking it back.
It's still early in the season. But
So
it's the turnovers he commits. Like those turnovers he commits. Like how much they lose by? If you don't, can you scroll up again for me?
7.
They lost by 7. They could have possibly won that game, but him turning the ball over in the red zone it's the way that it happened when he turned the ball over, like throwing a backwards pass. Bro, just go down and y'all get 3 points. But yeah, I feel you.
No, I'm. If we gonna oust Bryce Young, then I'm gonna oust him too. And I don't see any development, no skill, no will that makes me think he's gonna be anything. Hey, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. I think all of us on here who have any team we root for know what it's like to not have a quarterback and know what it's like to have a transitional quarterback. And that's what Will Levis looks like. And they're also part of AFC South. I guarantee you they finishing last in that division. I guarantee you they finishing last in that division. So my last disappointment of a team that I have, the last one, I just gotta go ahead. It was a tough one, honestly. Like, honestly, it really was. My disappointment is in the Cowboys.
Good one.
Not because they lost. Not because they lost. It's the manner in which they lost to us. You were always gonna lose if we played our A game. I was hoping, and I'm on record saying this to coworkers and things like that. I was hoping for a competitive matchup so that we did not sit up there and fall flat on our faces after week 1 performance. But I never expected this.
I ain't expecting.
Oh man. Hold on 1 second. Oh, before you go, because I feel like you got a lot to say.
Oh yeah.
So let me go back here. Jets. Ooh.
Well, G said, let's go back to G comment. She said,
I skipped it. I'm sorry.
Oh, that's all. Are we concerned about the Ravens? They tend to always show up where they ain't showed up yet.
So the reason why I'm not concerned about the Ravens or the Bengals right now, nor am I disappointed. The Bengals always have a slow start. So the first 4 games, you could throw them away. And then after that, it's like they look invincible. And they had a pretty good showing in game 2 against Kansas City, which is shocking, right? So that should mean that they're getting ready to rev up in form. If Jamar Chase get whatever chip he got on his left and right shoulder done and off, then maybe we don't have all these things going on. But I don't know. LSU receivers, when they come to the league and even when they're down there, they seem to have massive chips for no reason, like you had made it, whatever. The Baltimore Ravens, I feel as though they're going to be all right. And this is simply a feeling. And I know we shouldn't go off of feelings, but this is what I have to do. Mm-hmm. With them, I feel when their offense get up to snuff, then their defense is going to get even better. I am concerned, however, with Todd Monken, because who in the heck said he was the person that was supposed to run this offense when he was down there in Georgia with Kirby Smart? And we know Kirby Smart is from the same cloth as Nick Saban, which simply means Kirby Smart get the credit, not you, Todd Monken. But somehow the Ravens hired him. So if Todd Monken get that offense right, the Ravens are going to be fine. I have faith that regardless, Lamar going to figure a way out. Again, that's probably me being biased, throwing my feelings in there. But I'm not too terribly concerned. Let's see. Bengals have a habit
lately of starting slow, and I'm over it. True enough.
They really do. Yes, everybody
lost itself.
I see you with the humble brag. I see you,
rookie quarterback.
Yeah. Facts. The Jags look horrible this season. Terrible. And they just paid that man.
It was off this weekend. I expect the Colts to win. Yeah.
That's why I gave Green Bay, like, they could have won their first game possibly.
Okay.
They could have won their first game possibly. They didn't, but they could have. Jordan Love got hurt. I thought the Colts was going to do it, but I mean, tell the truth, the Falcons made Monday Night Football feel good again.
No, it did not. That was an ugly win.
Hold on.
Oh, my God. Do not, boy.
I got to do this. This is going to be one of the only compliments I give right now. I did not think Kirk Cousins was going to get that ball down there. I did not think the Eagles' defense was going to surrender like that.
Well, again, let's just say this. Who Eagles head coach name? Soriano?
Nick Soriano.
Horrible play call at the end of the game.
Well, no. Kellen Moore is offense coordinator.
Kellen Moore from Dallas, right?
And he was with the Chargers last year. Nick was not taking credit for it. So that's why I say it's supposed to be Kellen Moore they called this.
Kellen Moore, why did you run the ball with Saquon Barkley or Jalen for whatever reason?
The tush push.
Y'all could have did something to end that game, but y'all didn't. And then, of course, the defense they tried to bail y'all out, but it was just horrible play calling. I'm going to say this again. This weekend, it was some ugly games going on. And Spencer, the kick it all off, or to end it all off, that was an ugly game that y'all won. Y'all got the deal. I got to give y'all credit for that. But again, it was an ugly win. Even Kirk Cousins has said it was ugly. Like, he went on his A game. Continue to be like that. But, you know.
We'll see y'all soon. Don't worry about it. We're going to show you what A game looked like. The Cowboys, did they even show it this past Sunday? They did, G, for like the first 5 minutes.
Yeah.
Listen, Cowboys fans deserve a refund
after that game.
Well, see,
they don't. They keep losing.
This is what I say. Before we give them a refund, can they stop charging to the stadium like they've never been there before?
And overcharging for drinks and alcohol?
No, I'm talking about them as fans charging too when they first open it up. They charge. If they stop doing that, then maybe a refund wouldn't have to happen. Why you acting like it's Black Friday and you stampede in the JCPenney back in the day or something like that? It's not that serious. Y'all have been to a game before. Act like it. I saw so much disappointment. It made
so
me
disappointed.
Jets,
for me, Aaron Rodgers is not Green Bay. You are correct.
So the Jets, I am really curious about their 1-1. I'm really curious to see what they look like tomorrow. Gerard Mayo for the New England Patriots. Yeah, they play Thursday Night Football.
Oh, God.
Gerard Mayo, New England Patriots, black man. Yeah, that's me. He is coaching the heck out of New England right now. Like, they've been in every game they won against Cincinnati. I'm honestly impressed. I thought it was going to be really worse than what it was. We shall see what they look like. But not Green Bay, the New York Jets, I think the Jets are bigger than Aaron Rodgers, and the Jets tend to look like we've seen them look all these times. So we know that they fall flat on their face, unless they have Rex Ryan as their coach, because Rex Ryan, for all his run aggressive offense, got them to the AFC Championship twice in a row with a quarterback named Mark Sanchez.
Yes, sir.
What the heck? Last thing before we go.
If Tom Monkey was black, would he change his name?
If Todd Monkey was black, he got fired last year after he lost to Kansas City the way he did.
Yeah, it was.
Just saying. Just saying. Colts and Packers game was tossed up because the quarter. Hey, listen. You got to give Malik. You're going to see why you got to give Malik, the quarterback that replaced Jordan Love. You're going to see why you got to give him credit when we get to our segment soon.
Yes, sir.
Did you have anything else you wanted to mention in the NFL?
No, man. Ready for Thursday Night Football.
Ready for Thursday Night Football. Who do you have in that game tomorrow? And you like to give scores, so I guess I need to think about mine.
All right, you got to tell me playing again.
The New York Jets and the New England Patriots.
Ooh. This game is going to be 26-21.
You think they putting up points like that? I'm talking about the Patriots?
My bad. 26-21 Jets.
I have, and this is me picking because I want some parity. New England Patriots 20-17. In Aaron Rodgers' first game, I believe, at home. I'm going with New England.
Okay. All right. I see you.
Gerard Mayo, let's go. All right, we got our segments coming up. Did you like to get to that?
Yes, sir. So the segment that we have coming up right now is Flag on the Play. And pretty much when Flag on the Play is when you see any coaches, any players, whether it be male or female, it does not matter. We do not discriminate. This is what we call Flag on the Play. And if they do it, say anything egregious, then I feel that it's our job as sports enthusiasts to call these people out. So with no further ado, my flag on the play, one more time.
You're going to be waiting for me.
All right, my flag on the play goes to Florida State and Florida. Florida State and Florida football programs. The reason these programs are getting flag on the play, they look absolutely horrible right now. I know they playing their hearts out. I know they taking time out to study film. I know they ain't giving up. I know they want to win, but it just ain't working right now. And here's a stat I just want to tell everybody. This is the first time since 1955 that Florida State and Florida has losing records to start the season. Florida State is 0-3. I think Florida may be 1-2 if they won the game, or they may be 0-3. Who knows? It don't matter. They both look bad right now. They look absolutely horrible. Florida State, I don't know what they have going on in their quarterback room, but they need to get that changed. They have been underperforming since Georgia Tech. I don't know if Georgia Tech took their souls, took the life out of them, whatever. They don't look the same. Florida, they just got dismantled by Texas A&M. So I don't know what's going on with that either. But again, like I said, if you ain't heard the first time, I'm gonna say it the second time. This is the first time since 1955 that Florida State and Florida had losing records to start the season. So again, my flag on the play goes to Florida State and Florida.
All right, real quick. The Bills and the Jags?
Bills and the Jags. Okay, the Bills are going to beat the Jags just because I can't go to the game. Oh.
I'm with you. We root for the Bills real hard. Colorado State, yellow flag. That's a good one.
That's a good one. That was a good one.
Colorado State, if I'm right, let me know in the comments. Colorado State gets a flag on the play because their quarterback was talking all this yin yang to a Colorado player and wanted to go sportsmanlike and shake Shedeur Sanders' hand, but Shedeur Sanders said, I saw what you was doing,
I heard what you said.
And I heard what you said, but he did not shake his hand. They got that hiney spank.
But again, for sportsmanlike, I mean, come on, you gotta shake the man's hand.
Well, I don't know. I'm not mad at that. I will say this for Colorado. Only reason why I didn't give them a flag on the play is because you're supposed to be Colorado State. And that handshaking thing, I get it. Sportsmanship, I understand. Did you expect him to actually do it though? I didn't expect him. Just who they are, I did not expect them.
I expect them. I had high expectations.
No, none whatsoever.
Golly.
Ladies and gentlemen, my flag on the play goes to the New York Giants, who I have absolutely no faith in. They may actually go win this year. The New York Giants, after scoring 2 touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna put it up just to double check. I'm sorry. They might have scored 3. After scoring 3 touchdowns, they lost a game to a team that did not score a touchdown at all. They kicked 7 field goals. 7 field goals. They lost to a team.
Can you for anybody out there, can y'all
go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
For anybody out there, can you ever remember a time? I can, but can you guys ever remember a time that an NFL team won just based off kicking field goals? I can remember. Can you?
Yeah, I can remember.
Okay.
That don't mean I want to though. Like Jesus.
Well, the Saints did it to the Cowboys the last time we beat the Cowboys, and that was in 2019.
Is that 9-6 or 12-9? One of them scores, right?
Yeah, they scored a touchdown. We did. Shout out to Teddy
Bridgewater. They scored 3 touchdowns, y'all. Touchdowns are worth 6 points. The Washington Commanders kicked 7 field goals. 7 and 3 is 21. 7 field goals to win a game is crazy. By the way, Jay Daniels leading that rookie MVP race. What's up?
Boy.
What's up, Caleb Williams? Anyway, 7 field goals to win a game is nuts. New York Giants get the flag on the play. Brian Daboll.
Time ticking. Daniel Jones. Time ticking.
And y'all got rid of Saquon Barkley and sent him to the Eagles? He can drop all the passes he wants to, and I know he's still happy to be there with real football players. Flag on the play, New York Giants. That sucks by y'all. That is interesting.
Have we ever seen a quarterback? What's the word I could say? Take a step back like Daniel Jones. Like he had that good season 2 years ago, and then he just my bad. Have we ever seen a quarterback regress?
They did do that. Pitts just did it to us. Yep, Pittsburgh did it to us. Yep, you're right. They didn't score any points. They kicked field goals. You're right.
That's it. Well, there you go. Well, have we ever seen a quarterback regress like Daniel Jones, man? The curious case of Daniel Jones.
Hold on. Are you saying that he actually progressed? No.
20,
No, that
20, it's 2024, so 2021?
2021, 2022.
Yeah, it was 21, 22, yeah.
No, so this is me. And I'll say this and you'll get what I'm saying. I can't count him as progression because he only did it for a year. And I say that because Lamar Jackson with the new offensive coordinator last year had that offense ribbon. They were scoring points like no other. Mm-hmm. That's 1 year of the offense being installed, right? Mm-hmm. I don't know if it works if it don't go back that second time around. Defenses have a time to adjust. People make offseason changes for personnel. And you really get a sense to be like, okay, we know we face when we go against them, right? Mm-hmm. So that 1 year that he did everything, I didn't really count that as him progressing, seeing as most of his targets were going to Saquon Barkley, who was the heart and soul of their offense, and really was the reason why they were up. So now that you see him without Saquon Barkley, and yes, he has Malik Neighbors, but that's going to be the only person he throw it to, right? I'm not shocked at his regression if you think he did have progression. I don't think he really showed improve. I just think that was a good season because if he did improve, I think he would have had a better season or the same season that following year. Progression to me looks like Geno Smith. Mm-hmm. Geno Smith, after going situation, waiting his turn, really becoming a journeyman, meaning he's went to team after team after team, went to Seattle, and that first year, wow. Second year, wow, we in year 3 right now. My man got paid. He's still winning games, and he looks to be a great quarterback. I don't see that with Daniel Jones. Mm-hmm. I think we can say the same thing about Tua. Tua has the weapons, and that makes a big difference for him. But Tua, for all intents and purposes, when it comes down to playing good, big competition, doesn't do very well. Right. So I don't know if he improved. Yeah. I know the system improved. I know he has better players, but Tua himself, I'm not sure if he improved. That's just me.
Okay. Fair enough, man. We're going to get to the other segment, which we like to call When Life Comes at You Fast. And pretty much when life comes at you fast is when you're on a helicopter with your parachute on and you go to cloud 9, cloud 10, cloud 13, and you jump off that helicopter plane with your parachute on and that parachute does not work. This is the sound you get.
I wasn't hearing about that.
All right. So When Life Comes at You Fast goes to none other than Bryce Young, man. He getting benched in his third game. I know a lot of people vouching for him. A lot of people saying that he ain't getting a fair shot. But based off these 2 games, he ain't improved to me none. The first game, of course, he played us. It was against us.
First pass was an interception.
The first pass of the season was an interception. But not only does he get When Life Comes at You Fast, but the Carolina Panthers gets When Life Comes at You Fast because they could have drafted C.J. Stroud, but they didn't. Of course,
I'm so glad they didn't.
I thank God every day they ain't draft C.J. Stroud. But thankfully so, they drafted Bryce Young. Now, the only thing is he got another head coach. He didn't play a lot, or he didn't play any in preseason. I don't know if he took the reps or whatever happened, but everything is not looking too good for him right now. And the benching may be a good thing. It may very well come to be a good thing for him in the long run because he can sit back, watch Andy Dalton throw interceptions after interceptions, turn the ball over.
Stop it.
We should know. Andy Dalton played for us, so I know what Andy Dalton.
They call him the Red Rocket.
The Red Right. What's the shotgun called? The Red
Rifle?
Rifle, yeah. The Red Rifle. So he can watch the Red Rifle throw interceptions after interceptions and learn how the game is. Again, he got drafted number 1. When he was at Alabama, he was in it. He deserved to get drafted number 1 based on what I saw. But hey, you know what, man? Hopefully he takes this as a learning lesson because sometimes losses make the win so much sweeter, so you can relax, chill out. Shout to Smoke Dizzle for that. But hopefully he can sit back, look, learn, and be observant, and then going forward, he can be a better player on the field, and he can get the job done. Because the talent is there, but it's just a poorly run organization that he's playing for.
Mama's in the house.
Go, mama. Go, mama.
Yeah.
Love you, mama.
I think that was good what you had said. So Bryce Young had a raw deal, right?
Yeah.
I'll say that. And when it comes to what he had, the reason why I put this up on the side because I couldn't remember his name. Steve Wilkes was the coach before Bryce Young got there, and Carolina, David Tepper, who's the owner, fired Steve Wilkes for Frank Wright for a dumb excuse saying that Frank Wright had size North Carolina when so does Steve Wilkes. So Frank Wright got fired last year after that abysmal season, and then you bring in David Canales, I believe that's how you say, or Dave Canales, the former offensive coordinator for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Here's my thing, twofolds with that. I agree with you, everything you said. My thing with Dave Canales being there is Byron Leftwich was at Tampa Bay before you and did a better job winning Super Bowl with the GOAT Tom Brady, and he got fired for no reason and did not get picked up. All of a sudden, Dave Canales comes in and he has a hellified season with Baker Mayfield, and that got him a head coaching job. So now Bryce Young is on his second/third head coach. Nobody knows how to coach him, but yet offensive line is still sucky. He has nobody really to throw it to. And then he does not have a running game either. And oh, by the way, let's just be honest. He looks timid, scared, and whatever it may be, but they're not setting him up for success. Bryce Young is a short quarterback compared to what offensive lines are. And it seems as though y'all trying to keep him in the pocket. And when you roll him out, he looks terrified for his life because he ain't rolling out because he got to. He ain't rolling out because it's designed. He rolling out because he has to, because he's running for his life. So no improvements have been made. And now you're getting Andy Dalton in, which I believe Andy Dalton may get his tail killed because he's been in the league so long. Andy Dalton may be the reason why we see Bryce Young before the end of the season, because he's not going to do any better. That organization is cursed. It's terrible. And for all intents and purposes, maybe Bryce Young, this is the thing that I heard somebody say, maybe Bryce Young can go and be a backup to Tua Tagovailoa in case he gets another concussion or that he somehow didn't make it back. Bryce Young can fit perfectly into that thing because him and Tua are somewhat similar in stature. Mm-hmm. And I feel like it fits him to go to that offense. Get the ball out your hand fast. You ain't got to do no first, second, or third read. That first read is where you go. Don't do nothing else. Get the ball out your hand within 2.2 seconds.
Yep.
And then you out of there. So
yeah,
when life touches you fast, it sucks for Bryce Young.
Yeah, I truly do hate that for him because he was always he a good kid. He a good kid. He do what he's supposed to. Mind his business. You don't never see him in the headlines doing nothing crazy. And it's sad to see him come from Alabama, a great program, to Carolina, a poorly ran organization at the moment.
Well, that's what happened when you're good, though, right?
Well, yeah, that's what happened when you're good. So that's what, like I said earlier, a quote from Smoke Dizzle. Sometimes losses make the win so much sweeter. So, hey, take this as a learning lesson, man. Learn as much as you can. Get back out there. Of course, I'm going to be rooting for you as well, just not when you play us. But if you play anybody else, any other team in there, I'm always rooting for you because, I think you have enough talent to get the job done.
To what G had said, I believe these QBs need tools to be successful. I pray they don't ruin Young's career. I am absolutely with you. And for me, the biggest tool, even though they don't shine that much light on it until they have to, is coaching. He has not been set up with the right coach. I couldn't tell you who the right coach is because, one, they don't get the chance to stay that long. And number two, that organization ain't set up for success. So I hope they haven't ruined his career. If anything, Bryce, become a journeyman. Look at Geno Smith's example. Continue to get better. Hey, bro, who knows what it can be? But maybe your future ain't in Carolina, and honestly, that might not be a bad thing. Real quick, Kansas City has the best QB. I'll say this. Before I say he has the best QB, they also have the best coach and the best system. If Patrick Mahomes was with somebody else, you don't see this version, and you don't see them being this dominant. Because imagine him being with Carolina Panthers, right? Mm-hmm. Imagine him being with, and it's not a slight to you, Spencer, but imagine him being with Atlanta a few years back, not with the team they have now. If he's with any badly run organization, he's not the best QB, but he's in the best system. He was set up for success, and he also happens to have tools around him. Andy Reid, ultimate coach, will go down as one of the greatest in history. That makes a difference. That makes him look even better than what he is. Mm-hmm. All the tools, the flash and gas, all that's great. Gonna put them in a bad situation. You tell me what'll happen.
Yes, sir.
All
right.
And then get these last few. I like the idea of Bryce Young going to the Dolphins. Yeah, when I heard somebody say it, I was like, it makes sense. Coaching makes all the difference. It's been so many games where coaching has lost the games and people blame the players. Coaching, again, Spencer, this is not the rag on y'all. Coaching made a difference when New England went against Atlanta, and Atlanta was up 28-3, and they wound up losing the Super Bowl. Coaching made a difference last year. San Francisco 49ers versus Kansas City Chiefs.
Coaching make a difference with us, the Saints, right now.
Coaching makes a difference with us.
Bye-bye, Pete Carmichael. Peace.
Week 2 was a learning lesson in how the league will be. We shall see.
We'll see. We'll see. It's still the season just started, so we'll see, man.
You can't coach Pat. That's a lie. That's an absolute lie. We can do this another time, but I am telling you, Andy Reid and the Kansas City Chiefs make a difference to his career. Just like they made a difference in New England Patriots with Tom Brady in his career. Systems, coaches, organizations make a difference. Patrick Mahomes, great as he may be, he went to Texas Tech. Did they win any national championships? Great quarterback, though, right?
Not enough talent around. Well, not enough talent.
It makes a difference. Everything makes a difference.
All right, get to yours.
All right. Bet the Falcons next week will beat the Chiefs. Hey, if y'all do that, I might come in here and praise y'all.
I won't, but
I will, because we gotta play them in. Ladies and gentlemen, I have my last segment before we get to the music picks. My segment is called the Money Shot. The Money Shot is something that I want you to remember, something that you cannot forget. And if you do happen to forget it, or you happen to see it somewhere, make sure you come back and play the whole episode, because we are that dope. Here is the Money Shot. I got 2 of them for y'all. I pulled you this week. I got 2 money shots for y'all.
Here comes the money.
All right. So my first. Okay. Here is the first money shot. You're so funny when you do that. The first money shot goes to Green Bay center throwing up over the ball before he had to hike to Malik Willis. This is why I gave him credit for being a good team. Watch this, y'all. When asked by his coach, Matt LaFleur, you got the money in front of the thing. When asked by the coach, Matt LaFleur, on exactly why Malik Willis, the backup to Jordan Love, did not throw the ball, Malik Willis said, Coach, the center threw up on him. And I got to give him credit for being a stand-up guy, because he could have threw that ball out his way and did whatever he needed to. But instead, he took that L for the team and just ran it out of bounds.
You know what would have been petty if he would have thrown it at the other team sidelines and let them catch the ball.
Yeah, but he went towards theirs, though.
I know.
Real stand-up guy. One more time, just so y'all can see, he threw up on the ball right for the play. By the way, what a trooper. Like, he threw up what a trooper. Hey, O lineman, D lineman, y'all don't get the credit.
Yeah, y'all know, man. But on G&C Sports Talk, you will.
And here we go with the next one, right? The next money shot is this one. All right, the next money shot is this. There's a game that took place last Thursday or Friday. In case y'all don't know, South Alabama versus Northwestern State. That is in Louisiana, in Nacogdoches, Louisiana. Ugh. The score was 87-10. 87-10 for a college game is crazy, right? Here's the craziest thing right here. You had the quarterback go 15-19, 257 yards, 4 touchdowns. You had running backs in no specific order. One running back, Fluff Bothwell, went 7 rushes, 143, 2 touchdowns. You had another running back, Kentrell Bullock, 8 rushes, 102 yards, 2 touchdowns. And finally, PJ Martin, 6 rushes, 72 yards, 1 touchdown. And it was another guy, but it was garbage time. 5 rushes, 16 yards, 1 touchdown. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. That is 10 touchdowns by so many players. South Alabama, you get a money shot, because my God, I never seen nothing like that. The stat line was crazy.
That's crazy, man.
Stat line.
You hate to see it, man.
Bananas. LOL, they beat the Hey, Oh man, I appreciate y'all for
Hey,
rocking with us.
big fan.
We're gonna get to the segment that we know everybody love, or at least that's what we like to think. One more time in the chats, if you will. We love music picks. This is something that we love to do each and every week.
Got to,
We
man.
want to know what you're listening to. Put an M next to it if you haven't submitted it yet. M and the artist, album, song, pop, whatever it may be. And we'll make sure we highlight that here. And give me 1 second. We shall get to that. Here we go. Coming in first
All right.
from Chelsea. Hootie Hoo by True. Hootie Hoo. Trip Out by I'm a Tizzy. You want to guess? No, I'm gonna guess
Chelsea. Just tell us when we make it down to Houston again.
Silky Soul by Frankie Beverly and Maze.
Rest in peace, Frankie Beverly. Set this Silky Soul singer. Shout out to Marvin Gaye too. But while we doing that, since Frankie Beverly did pass away, one of my favorite records by Frankie Beverly, Maze, that I did put out. One, Back and Stride Again, and While I'm Alone. Definitely, y'all, please go check out While I'm Alone.
Frankie Beverly is the king of getting cookouts and line dances started.
Well,
one of the kings.
Stride again.
One of the kings.
All right, we got another one.
Frankie Beverly and Maze live in Inno. The whole thing must hear. There you go.
Hey, go ahead, man.
We
appreciate that.
Slide by Calvin Harris featuring Frank Ocean and Migos. Okay.
All right.
Slide by. Okay. And Love on the Brain, Rihanna.
Okay. I like them.
Love Rihanna, big forehead.
Yeah, man.
Love that big forehead.
Man, I got to see it. Rihanna, one of the most slept on albums, A Girl Like Me. I tell everybody, that's one of her most slept on albums.
That's when her forehead shine the most.
One of her most slept on albums that I listen to. She got some slaps on this. So all Rihanna fans out there, y'all let me know what y'all think about A Girl Like Me album. Me personally, I like that album. Classic album for me. I can go listen to the album right now. But we gonna get to our music picks. The first one that I have, man, we going back. We got Larry June, You Can't Get Rich, and also an underrated duo that does not get talked about enough. Cardo does with Larry June. Cardo with Currency, but Payroll, Giovanni, and Cardo make some bangers. And this one is 5 and 6. So again, we got Larry June, You Can Get Rich, and Payroll, Giovanni, and Cardo got Wings of Cardo, 5 and 6s, man.
Nice. Tone Stiff, Girls Like You, or Stiff. I did my thing again. And then BJ, the Chicago Kid, featuring Philip Bailey, Never Change. So once again, Tone Stiff, I said Stitch, and I meant Stiff. Girls Like You, and BJ, the Chicago Kid, featuring Philip Bailey, Never Change.
Yes, sir.
I liked it.
I like it, man. I like it.
All right. Real quick, we did not forget, it was a more somber note. Tua Tagovailoa did suffer another concussion. Just terrible. I was going to pull up the image, but I'm going to let y'all be. Real quick before we get out of here, with Tua suffering this concussion yet again, and I saw the replays of the other ones, which when he fall, it's like, how can you fall like that? It's like his neck is like silly putty in the sense the way he fall. What did you think about it? And then what do you think should happen next for him? Without saying what should happen next for him.
Well, I think what needs to happen is he needs to have a long talk with his family. He needs to have a long talk with his friends, anybody that he trusts, and think about the repercussions of what could happen if this happens again. I know we said it last year when the same thing happened, but I think we all know what he needs to do. Now, will he do it? I don't think so. He's still young. And it's hard to go from a life that you've been playing a sport with since you was probably 5 years old to be like when you're 23, 24, or 25, 26 years old, be like you have to stop doing the thing that got you to the point, that got you the money, that got you taking care of your family, doing all of this stuff. So he's going to have a real talk within himself first. talk with his family, and they take it from there.
Yeah, he just got the bag, so generational wealth, and this happened, and I saw it live, and it made me upset because they were short of the first down. Alley came open, offensive lineman blocked real well. Alley came open, and he wound up going up the middle. And it wasn't even like he suffered a hit. It was him trying to run into or run over Damar Hamlin, who suffered a nasty injury last year too.
Mm-hmm.
And his neck just jammed, right? And it made me upset because I thought that he said he worked on sliding. He had 2 or 3 yards past the first down marker. And if you would have slid, we would not be in this situation.
Right.
And he was already playing poorly that game with 3 interceptions already. And the offense didn't look to be revving.
That's where nasty game started at.
And so then when you have that incident happening, yet another concussion, and I know we joke when we say he threw up gang signs, but it really is disheartening to see that this has happened yet again. Yeah, he need to have a talk. I think I'm going to stop saying he need to have a talk with his family because I'm pretty sure that's what he's done already, right? Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, he's probably going to still play. I don't know any way to keep him safe because I don't know if he knows anyway. Honestly, he did a great job last year not getting hurt. He took some sacks, kind of melted into their arms. But last Thursday was just disheartening because you didn't have to do it, number one, but then number two, it didn't make sense why you did it. It didn't make sense. And so that's the thing that just disgusted me because I'm pretty sure if he can go back, he'll slide. Yeah. But I'm like, that should be on your top of mind just because of what you done so far anyway.
Sure.
But we just want to leave y'all with that. Also, he's on IR right now, expected to miss 4 games. Not sure what that diagnosis is going to lead to, whether he's going to play again or not. We shall see. We'll keep y'all posted. Other than that, want to thank y'all for tuning in once again. Make sure if you are new, remember we extend our hand to you so you can come back next week. That's number 1. Number 2, make sure you do this right here. And for my repeat offenders, of course, you know the deal. All right, make sure you like, subscribe, and share. We thank y'all. We love y'all so much. You got any parting words for them?
Who that nation, baby? Who that? Who that?
Who that all the way from Dallas to wherever you at. If we could beat the Cowboys, maybe you could too.
Anything's possible.
Jason Tatum?
No Jason Tatum, man. No Jason Tatum.
Oh, man. Okay. Thank you so much, Cuzzo. We love you. We thank y'all. We appreciate all y'all. Without further ado, take us out.
Hey, man, we do this for the culture.
By the culture.
Because we are the culture, you dig?
Once again, this is G&C Sports Talk, #1 sports podcast. Why?
Because our mama said so. Love you, mama.
Love you, mama, because our mama said so. Y'all take it easy. Peace easy. We shall see y'all really soon.